Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Indlu. And as you know, Indlu means the house, and it's all about arts in Africa. Now, on today's show, we have the amazing Brymo. I mean, who else would better define art in Africa? Welcome. Welcome, Brymo, to our show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Very nice to have you here.
Thank you.
I think it's very cute.
Yeah. It's deceitful.
Oh. you're already knowing you just like that. Okay, so I usually like when people introduce themselves. I mean, I've done an introduction phase, but I also want you to introduce yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you work? Please tell us about Brymo.
Brymo is a singer, songwriter, primarily, of course. That's what I'm known for. And I'm Nigerian. I'm human.
Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to ask a question that is on almost everybody's mind. I think it's on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
So, why Clitoris? I mean, you had five albums, trams. The album name seems to have a message. So why Clitoris? I mean, were you just fascinated by that?
I'm constantly juggling ideas in my mind. What to do, what not to do, what to do, what not to do. And when the album was initially conceptualized, it was supposed to be called Naked. It was supposed to be called the Naked Album. And then later on it became Otuz. Otuz is Turkish for 30. You know, I was going to be 30 in May, so I wanted to mark my birthday by calling the album Otuz, you know, and then changed my mind afterwards. And then Clitoris came to mind. I was doing a little research about something, and then I stumbled upon very small information that changed everything, and I felt like, okay, this sounds really nice, you know. The word itself means key in Greek, and the ancient Greek philosophers or whoever it is that decided the word should be used for that particular body part, they probably thought that the clitoris is the key to a woman's sexuality, you know. So it sounded very nice, you know, and the word key also came to mind when I wanted to name the album. So it just sort of gave me a perfect fit of what I wanted, because the album is mostly about a woman, you know. It's mostly about my feelings, my love and my confusion, you know. So when you look at the album art, you see a woman that's almost naked and she has a mask on her face and the horns, which signifies beauty and mystery. Initially, the album actually had a chest bare, you know. Her chest was bare, and the aggregators wouldn't take it. They said it's pornography, you know. So we called on Dukes, a popular Nigerian graphic artist. So he planted the sunflowers, you know, on tees. Excuse me, you know, and we were able to use it afterwards. So it's simply about the beauty and mystery of a woman.
Okay, that's very deep. I didn't see that coming. I knew the answer was going to be smart, but I didn't see that coming. Okay, so please tell us about your journey into becoming Brymo. I know a lot of things have made you who you are today. Yeah. So tell us about the key things that have made you Brymo. Why do the kind of music you do? Your music is very Afrocentric. Maybe they listen to you, okay, this is somebody who's coming up from Africa and Nigeria, Europe. So tell us the journey into becoming Brymo, the key things that have shaped Brymo.
Yeah, that started like a really long time ago. I grew up in a home where my mom she's an avid Fuji fan. You know, she would listen to from Aruna Shola to Barista to Kwamwan, you know, all of the Fuji artists, including Juju, you know, KSA, Ebenezer Obey, you know, all of the greats. And I just simply grew up around them listening to that stuff. And by the time I started growing up and I became a teenager, I started to become interested in music. I don't know how I chose music. I just found out that I started to gravitate towards making music as opposed to playing football or doing anything else. And I started to I started to try. I initially, like everybody else, went abroad to get inspiration. So I started listening to R. Kelly. And I remember back then, 2000 2003, there was a lot of popularity for Westlife and Backstreet Boys, stuff like that. The girls loved them, So I started to like them too. I like what women like, and then I started to grow from there. But all along, all I wanted to do was make great music. I wanted to make music that can actually resonate with people, and something people can actually hold on to for a while and listen to and make reference to and learn from and be entertained by, all at the same time. So it was like a journey of growth. So I did Brimstone in 26, 27, and then did Son of a Carpenter in 2010, then did Tabula Rasa in 2013, and then Merchant Sailors and Slaves 2013, and then Tabula Rasa 2014, and then Trans, and then finally Clitoris. So it's like a journey. It's like the more music you write, the better you get at it, basically.
Okay, I like the fact that you said something. You wanted to make music that resonates with people. Yeah. That's something that. The question I wanted to ask you was, how do you stay true to your art? Because in a country where music is majorly commercialized, a lot of times you see people come up with, they start with soft, slow, and then they have to commercialize it. How did you stay true to your art form? I mean, it must have not been easy, because I'm sure there were a lot of times that you put in so much work and you didn't get as much as you expected to get from it because of how the market is. So how did you stay true to your art?
Well, the music is always commercial, irrespective of how you choose to do it. If you come across a jazz artist who records albums and put online or put in the market to sell, they also expect return for it. So everyone expects return for their work. The difference, however, is there are a handful of people who would rather do it right, who would rather grow slowly. So I think maybe I fall into that category. And as much as I'd like to have, I want history to say that I sold 50 million copies. I want that, but I also want people to be able to say, this is my personal catalog of Brymo's work, and I'm going to keep it with me forever. I think that's more important, and that's something that takes time. So what I have found is there are certain songs that I have liked for 8 years, for 10 years, and I still like them. I still listen to them. So I found that it's more important to make music that's true to you. If it's true to you, then all that is left is looking for ways to relate that story now to other people. How do you say it in such a way that anybody who listens can hear themselves in your story? That's the other side of it. But the most important thing is always make music that's true to you first. How you pass the message, the method with which you write your poetry or you deliver your songs when you sing them, your choice of melody, that's how you make it listenable for everybody. That's how you help yourself to make people pay for it. But most importantly, the most important thing is always, first of all, what story are you telling? Is it yours or is it someone else's? Are you making reference to yourself when you write? So I basically am able to stay true to what I do, I think, just by paying more attention to my life as I get older. So I pay more attention to my life, my experiences, and then I relate them to everybody, and then I make music.
That means you're more focused on your legacy than the minute. That means you're more focused on what you're giving to people. That's amazing. I mean, wow.
Thank you.
I'm well right? So, what inspires you to write? Do you just get inspiration from life? Does something just happen and you're like, okay, I'm going to write that song? There's this song that you really like, Where You People. Yeah. I love the lyrics of the song. What inspired you? What were you thinking of when you wrote that? Because I believe you write most of the music. Mm-hmm. So what inspired you to write?
Yeah, I basically pretty much, I was discussing this with my manager yesterday. I was saying how when you're going through something in life, you cannot tell people the story of that thing itself. Rather, you are supposed to look for something else, another struggle, another aspiration. So while you're trying to get your aspirations, it now gives you the room to discuss your struggles. Mm-hmm. You see, so what I do is I try to ignore what I'm going through, and I look for something to be. I don't want to have. I want to be. I want to be something. So I look for something I want to be, and I start to chase that. So while I'm doing that, I can now relate my story, my real experiences, my real struggles with what it is I'm trying to get. I sound like, what am I saying? Is it making any sense?
Yes.
You know, so what I simply do is, irrespective of what I'm going through, I still aspire. So I let my struggle, I let it fuel my aspirations.
That's really nice. So that means you get inspiration from the things that happen in your life. You turn your flaws into gold. That's what I English. So, how do you think your music has impacted Africa? I mean, here you're putting Africa on the map. That's what we believe that you're doing. But how do you think your music has impacted Africa? And this is a joint question. What city in Africa have you performed in having your best? What city did you perform in that you were like, oh my God, I need to go back to Africa?
Oh yeah. But in part in Africa, the music is, how do I put it? We have a structureless music industry. Almost, it's like a continental plague. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a new album out. People are saying online that it's a great album, but there is no structure, there is no charts or a billboard or something that can rate albums, that can, there can be a source for awards and everybody to have information from for what really is hot and what really people like. Because of that, you have to measure your impact by people you meet, by when you get on stage, and the kind of music I make is like a little slow to get to people. Because our structure also supports for young people to be happy, and old people are supposed to be depressed and looking for money, So most of our uncles and parents, they don't even listen to music anymore, And yes, we also contribute to that. We don't make music for older people. We just make music for young people. Shake your bum bum, drink champagne, spend the money. I'm richer than my friends. That's kind of music we encourage, So because of that, since like 2013, I have been sort of really slow to take gigs from a lot of these African countries. I'm very slow to take gigs because the arrangement has to be proper. My band needs to come with me. So over the past 2 years, we've rejected more shows than we've taken, because the arrangement is always very too unprofessional, So we sort of turn the shows down. But as time passes by, we sort of get closer and closer and closer to exactly the kind of picture I want to create, the kind of gigs I want to have, the kind of performances experience I want people to have when they watch Brymo perform. So we started that now in Nigeria over the past 1 year, and we're taking that to Africa from now till till sometime next year. So the last time I have performed anywhere in Africa that I really liked it was maybe 2013, but I don't think I like any of them yet. I think I'd like, because I haven't performed anywhere the way I'd like to perform.
But what city was that?
Ghana, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ghana. Yeah.
Ghanaians
So I go to Ghana a lot. So Ghana is like my number one stop in Africa.
Oh, okay. Nice. So you're saying basically that you're bringing proper structure into the music industry. From what you said, you're saying you make them realize that okay, if you want me to play for you, there has to be proper structure.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. That's a lot of change. Okay, so how did you deal with the hard time in your career? I'm sure there were times where things didn't go exactly the way you planned them to go, or things happened that were contrary to what you wanted to happen. How do you deal with those hard times? How do you keep people when it gets hard like that?
Well, life is one hard time after the other. So you go past one stage and something else happens, and then it's like we live to solve problems, So that's a very fortunate thing in the sense that after a while you get used to solving problems. So they no longer seem like hard times. It just feels like another problem to be solved, So that's how I like to see life and everything that's in life. Like there's nothing you can do about it. If I made $1 trillion tomorrow, I will still have something that I want to change in my life, If I were declared the finest man in the world, Brymo has the best singing voice on earth, I'll still have problems. It doesn't take anything away. So fortunately, that gives me an opportunity to just see life as one solution after the other. So I don't pay much attention to the down times. I just keep keep aspiring and keep growing.
That's an amazing philosophy. Okay, so finally, what advice do you have for the African youth? What advice do you have for artists, upcoming artists? What would you tell them, the people who want to stay true to the art form like you have done?
Yeah.
You don't want to do things properly. What advice do you have for them in society and how?
Yeah, I mean, the only advice is you just have to do it properly. Like, but then if you don't make mistakes, you won't learn. So don't be scared to make mistakes at the same time. You will make mistakes. So be daring, be adventurous. You know, try new things, learn new things. Someone was telling me about how the CEO of one very big phone company was giving a speech somewhere, and he said that they did everything right and they were number one, but it just didn't evolve. Mm-hmm. You know, so in business, in life, for you to keep growing, you just have to evolve. You know, you just have to. So keep doing what you're doing, learn new things, meet new people, embark on new adventures and ventures. You know, and your mistakes will help you grow. They will help you get better. And you just keep going, just soar, just keep going, just go, you know.
Thank you. It has been amazing experience. I've learned so much. You're so smart. Okay, so
I told you, it's just the seats.
It's deceit. The person that told you how to deceive, I need that person's help. So I have to Okay, so we've gotten to the last section. Now, this section, we call it Show Yourself. It's your Show Yourself.
Ah, this is where I feel.
This is where your deception will fail. Your deception cannot fail. So, we're going to give you a word, a random word, word, and you're going to do something with it. It can be spoken word, it can be rhyming.
It's supposed to be a sentence or a paragraph or a full page.
It's you. Just show yourself. Show us. How about you? If you want it to be 10 words, if you want it to be 1 minute, 2 minutes, show yourself. So, our word is Brymo. Our word is calabash. Do something with calabash. We got him.
We are the brown-skinned people from the land that's always dark. So we drink our palm wine in the calabash. Yes! I did it!
You killed it! Yeah, so that was really, really nice. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you had an amazing time. Brymo killed it.
Thank you.
This was a very fun experience for me. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, of course.
So, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel and join us next time on the show. Bye!